Got a news alert for you. It just broke not too long ago. The Associate Dean, Nicole Hermano at the University of Virginia, has filed a lawsuit against Rolling Stone magazine for casting her as the chief villain in that discredited article about a rape on their campus. Now, for me, it's a further takedown of a magazine that, in my mind, just champions antisocial behavior, including more recently glamorizing the Boston bomber, and of course, always pointing out the evils of America and Americans and capitalism. The magazine rants, of course, about racism, and I think that's a little hypocritical considering that they have a very racist past themselves. Well, maybe they weren't racist. They were just slow to realize that black people made music, too. So I want to go to the panel because this is a big deal. Jimmy, for me, it's a real big deal because this is a story that the left, I mean, they hugged it, they galvanized around it. It was just another example of these privileged kids, these privileged white kids at these big universities running amok.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Rolling Stone messed up here. There's no one on this planet who doesn't know that Rolling Stone messed up here. But God bless America. Yes, because the Columbia University Journalism Review that came out, 13,000 words, said you were wrong. God bless America. We are so litigious. She has not been damaged, but she's going to go for her. She's going to cash, moves everything around dollar bill. She's going for it. Yes, so
it's pretty brave.
And you might put them out of business. I don't know.
I don't think they're going out of business.
You know, she started this. So I mean, I don't get the whole bit anyway, you know?
I think she actually may have a case here, but I think which would boost it would for her to come out and say, well, this is what I've done when subsequent rape victims or people who claim they were raped or attacked in some horrible manner came to me. And this is how I've improved the way we respond to these situations, these crises on campus.
Do you think, Aaron, do you think this set back, because we have heard a lot more over the last 3 or 4 years about the rape culture, if you will, on college campuses, and I don't know how much of this is hype, but I think we got to believe that there is a serious issue and a serious problem. When these false allegations come out, it feels like it sets back the real goals here.
Probably not the best time to disclose that I actually interned at Rolling Stone magazine. I did.
I won't hold it against you.
It was back when I thought being a rock and roll journalist would be cool, but nevertheless, you know, I think we have to remember that Rolling Stone was attempting to shine a spotlight on a very legitimate topic, a very problematic topic. College rape is a real issue. This is not like glamorizing a terrorist. This is a
well, they had a pretty good shot of my man on the cover of the Boston bomber too. That shot they had of him on the cover was very, in my mind, glamorized. Look at that. He did not look like the guy who tried to deliberately murder people, women and children and innocent people.
He looks like
that right there. I mean, that right there. I feel like they feel sympathetic to this guy because, you know, listen, my son reads and I say, and I'm trying to, you know, I got to counter him all the time because it's poison in my mind. I just think it's a poison periodical.
But I don't think that has anything to do with this.
I think they have a culture. I think they have a culture there, and they threw out all journalistic principles to focus on the evils of campus life. They could have done it the right way because there are so many cases out there.
Principles, and I actually do agree that they may have a case. I don't know that she's been damaged. I don't know what the damages are because there was a redaction very shortly thereafter. But I agree she's going to be able to probably satisfy the elements of defamation. I think she's even going to be able to satisfy the requirements if you are considered a public official, which are higher because public officials have less protection than an average citizen. But
she's going to win some money.
Charles, speaking of the real evil of campus life, to me, the University of Virginia in this case, we just talked about Georgetown University, which is my alma mater. Everything collectivist and foolish lately seems to come out of Georgetown. Campuses of America are broken because they are dominated by a leftist ideology that has nothing to do with preparing good citizens and with preparing good workers. So to me, that is part of this story as well.
But just to be clear, rape culture is a real evil on campuses around the country, and it has nothing to do with liberal policies. Rolling Stone messed up here. They have set this conversation back, and maybe she will use her newfound platform to get this back on track.
Guys, let's leave it there. By the way, Jamil, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We always like having you on. And Noel, Aaron, you guys we're going to see you guys later on in the show. More and more people are participating in their company's 401k plans. This is amazing, guys. That's a great first step. Now, let's talk about how you maximize this for profits for a golden retirement, because you and I both know Social Security might not be there.
Come to sing victory in the land of fantasy, love and light. Bring it mine. masculine.